Welcome, everybody. We will repeat the vitamin again. Actually, today I'll show you the structure and some picture here. So today we'll go again about introduction, general characteristics, general function, classification, structure, individual characteristics, individual dietary source, individual mechanism of action, individual function. So first I will discuss about human, and then later on I'll discuss about animal. We already discussed the word vitamin comes from the Latin word vita, means life. Vitamins are organic components in food that are needed in very small amount for growth and for maintaining good health. So you understand that vitamins we need in very little amount. Everybody must eat a certain amount of vitamin to stay healthy. To stay healthy. Vitamins are chemicals found in very small amounts in many different foods. So characteristics, if you go for characteristics, you know, vitamins are required in small quantities in the diet because they cannot be synthesized in our body. And you know there are two types of vitamin, water and fat-soluble vitamins. The water-soluble vitamins cannot be stored in human tissues. They are excessively excreted with urine. Significant amount of fat-soluble vitamins can be stored in adipose tissues and the liver. Synthetic vitamins are identical to natural vitamins. Once growth and development are completed, vitamins remain essential nutrients for the healthy maintenance of the cells, tissues, and organs. So these actually class are mostly repeat. Okay. So some of you have missed my previous class. So I will go the same thing in different way. The vitamins are helpful for the health and life of the body in the following respect. They build up the resistance of the body to disease. They prevent and cure various diseases caused by deficiency. So you know, you understand, due to the vitamin deficiency, we have lots of disease. But these are actually cured by use of these vitamins. And help the digestion and utilization of minerals, salts, and carbohydrates in the body, stimulate and give strength to digestive and nervous system, help health protection, help maintenance of proper health and normal growth. So we know that there are two types of vitamin. One is fat-soluble vitamin, and another is water-soluble vitamin. Fat-soluble vitamins are vitamin A, D, E, and K, and water-soluble are vitamin B, X. Any problem? Okay. Vitamin B complex and vitamin C. And vitamin B complex consists of vitamin B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, 7, 9, and 12. So these are already I discussed in the last class. We also discussed the vitamins. There are two types: water soluble and fat soluble. And fat soluble is vitamin A, D, E, and K. And water soluble is vitamin B complex and non-B complex ascorbic acid. These are main function. If we go for main function, energy releasing thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, biotin, and pantothenic acid. And hematopoietic vitamin folic acid and vitamin B12. They actually involved in production of hemoglobin. Okay, so this is why these are known as hematopoietic, and other like pyridoxine, the pyridoxal, pyridoxine. These are same pyridoxine group. So criteria like if we go for two types of vitamin, water soluble and fat soluble vitamin, absorption, water soluble absorption directly to blood, and fat soluble vitamin lymph. Okay, because fat, when you will go for digestion, next semester you will go for digestion and metabolism, you will find there are two types of absorption. Okay, so fat absorption is different than carbohydrate and protein absorption. As fat soluble, they are absorbed like fat, so they absorb through lymph. But water soluble vitamin, they are absorbed directly to blood. And the transport mechanism for water soluble is free, but fat soluble vitamin, they require carrier storage. Water soluble vitamin, they circulate freely, but in fat soluble, they are stored in cells with fat. And water soluble vitamin is excreted through urine, and fat soluble vitamin is stored with fat in liver. Possible toxicity, possible supplements, and likely W supplements. And requirement every 2-3 days. As we know that water soluble vitamins are not stored, so we need every day actually. And fat soluble, as it is stored, we need to take every week. So these are the structure of these vitamins. I will not go here because in next slide we will go for this. With that time we will discuss these things. So vitamin A. Vitamin A is a group of unsaturated nutritional organic compounds that include retinol, retinal, retinoic acid, and several provitamins and A-carotenoids. That you will find the provitamin for vitamin A is carotenoid. Okay, there are different types of carotenoid like alpha carotenoid or beta carotenoid. So mainly, actually, vitamin A we get more vitamin A from beta carotenoid. Okay, is the most important. Its active form is present only in animal tissue. So you can see the structure of retinol, retinal, retinoic acid, and beta carotene. And you can see from here, from one beta carotene, we can get actually two vitamin A. And the requirement, so the man and woman, 600 mcg, microgram, pregnancy and lactation time, the requirement is increased when pregnancy and lactation is 950 microgram, mcg, and infants 350 mcg, and for children, the requirement children is like men and women is same. So you can see the requirement for the infant is slightly low, but for the pregnant and lactating woman, the requirement will be high. And these are the source. I last class I discussed with you that the vitamin A is color compound. So you can see those are color compound like carrot, papaya, squash, apricots, broccoli, fish, mango, peaches, melon, adokaba, pepper. You can see these are color compound. When an egg especially egg yolk. Egg yolk is a good source of vitamin A. Okay, these are the last class. I just given the name of this. Today I showed you to some photographs, so that will be easy for you to. Huh? কি প্রশ্ন করলো বুঝতে পারলাম না. Did you ask anybody ask any question?
No, sir.
Okay. এটা জামিল অন্য পেঞ্জাব না. Just a minute. Sorry, 1 minute. ক্লাস হচ্ছে এখান থেকে সরাসরি ক্লাস দিচ্ছিলাম পেঞ্জাব থেকে. So, okay, we are back again. So now we can see the functions of the vitamin A. Okay, so dietary retinol esters are hydrolyzed by pancreatic and intestinal hydrolysis in the intestine, releasing retinol and free fatty acid. Carotenoids are hydrolyzed by beta carotene 1515. And actually, what I discussed that from the 1 mole of carotene, we can get actually it release 2 moles of retinol. It's okay. In intestinal mucosal cell, retinol is re-esterified to LCFA. Okay, retinol esters to chylomicrons are taken up by liver and stored. When required, vitamin A is released from liver as free retinol. Retinol is transported in circulation by plasma retinol. Okay, so these are actually some information of retinol. Most of you don't need this. Only biotechnology students they will need it. Okay. So now actually, how this retinol actually works for vision. Okay, so you can see the rhodopsin. The rhodopsin is a protein. Okay, this is in our eye, and this light energy therefore is rhodopsin, and by this way actually here this retinol is required, and by this retinol we can see again. Without this, you can see without this retinol we cannot actually go for vision. Like from vitamin A, alcohol dehydrogenase is retinol. Retinol is converted into retinal. Okay, and there is another enzyme, retinal dehydrogenase. This is produced all trans RA and CRA, and in that case actually these things actually helps in our vision. Is it clear to you? So this is actually rhodopsin. Rhodopsin is a protein, and this rhodopsin protein combined with vitamin A, and with combination of vitamin A, that actually helps in our vision. This is why without vitamin A we cannot see actually. Is it clear to you?
Sir, do we need to know all these
Yes, sir.
mechanisms and all of this?
Yeah, little bit. Actually, if we ask the metabolism that how vitamin A helps in vision, you will say retinol is converted into retinal, okay? And the retinal is converted to all trans RA and CRA. And then you will have to say this retinal actually is combined with a protein of rhodopsin, and thus it helps in our vision. If you say up to this, that will be enough. You don't need to discuss all this mechanism, but at least you know if you ask in your question in your midterm or even in final or even in your viva that how vitamin A helps in vision, you have to say retinol is converted into retinal, and this retinal actually combined with a specific type of protein named known as rhodopsin in our eye, and then actually we get for vision. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Good. So if you can say this, then you will get full number and people will understand that you got it. So vitamin A plays a role in a variety of functions throughout the body, such as vision. So what is the main function of vitamin A? Okay, vision, gene transcription, immunofunction, embryonic development and reproduction, bone metabolism, hematopoiesis, the production of blood cells and platelets, skin and cellular health, and antioxidant activity. So you can see there's a lots of function, okay? But if you cannot remember all these things, so if anybody asks you, just give one function of vitamin A, what will you say?
Vision.
Vision. If I ask you that give the function of vitamin A, only one function, then you have to say vision. That is the main function. The second one, if I say the second,
Yes, sir. If the
yeah,
excuse me, sir.
I said if I
If the
say,
lack of the vitamin A, it occurs in blindness,
yeah,
anemia, like yes.
blindness, especially night blindness. And if the shortage of too much vitamin A, then people will become completely blind. Okay, but in initial they will got night blindness. Okay, is it clear? So if I ask you, they say the one function of vitamin A, then you will say vision. And then the second function, that will be that it acts as an antioxidant. And then you can go for skin and cellular health. Okay. And then other like gene translation and others there, yes, they are also important. But the most important thing, the function of vitamin A is for vision. Because immunofunction, there are other things also help in immunofunction. Antioxidant, we also discussed vitamin E and vitamin C also got for antioxidant activity. But especially vitamin A, the special function of vitamin A is for vision. There is no vitamin, other vitamin that helps in vision. This is why if I say the main function of vitamin A, then you will be clear, the answer will be vision. Next, vitamin D. Vitamin D refers to a group of fat-soluble steroids, a type of steroid with a broken ring, okay, found in liver and fish oil, are obtained by irritating provitamin D with ultraviolet light and are responsible for enhancing intestinal absorption of calcium, iron, magnesium, phosphate, and zinc. It is also called sunshine vitamin. So you understand that actually from our cholesterol, when we take cholesterol in our body, this cholesterol is converted into vitamin D. And you can see the structure. we showed you the structure of cholesterol in our lipid class, you see, and from this cholesterol, 7-dehydrocholesterol is converted into vitamin D, cholecalciferol. You can see the difference here. There is a ring is here, but in vitamin D, the ring is broken. So this cholesterol is actually this 7-dehydrocholesterol actually in the presence of sunlight is converted into cholecalciferol. So the provitamin of vitamin D is cholesterol. So cholesterol is very important for us. Okay. Normally we think, oh, cholesterol is not good, but actually it has some good thing. And cholecalciferol is made from 7-dehydrocholesterol in the skin of animals and humans. And calciferol is obtained artificially by irradiation of ergosterol and is called ergocalciferol. So you understand the vitamin D is two types. One is D2 and another is D3. D2 is known as ergocalciferol and vitamin D3 is known as cholecalciferol. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And another thing is that this vitamin D is main function is, what is the main function of vitamin D?
Prevents rickets.
No. Absorption of calcium, iron, magnesium, phosphorus, especially the calcium and magnesium. These two minerals are absorbed by vitamin D. If you don't take vitamin D, then you will not have this absorption capacity. So this is if you will take calcium, but if you don't take vitamin D, there will be a deficiency. You will get deficiency of phosphate. Another thing, you know, the vitamin D is produced. Why do it is produced? Is found in liver and actually is produced in kidney. So if you have problem with liver or kidney, then you will get shortage of vitamin D. So those people, I don't know if you know any patient or you have any relative, they have a problem with kidney. Doctor is prescribed them vitamin D. Okay, is it clear? Okay. So these are the source of vitamin D. So actually cheese, margarine, butter, fortified milk, healthy cereal, fatty fish. These are actually source of vitamin D. Actually those sweet.
Sir, so do we need vitamin D2 and D3 both to absorb all those
Yeah, yeah,
iron, phosphorus?
yeah. Both have the same function. So if you have cholesterol in your body and if you walk in sunshine, then vitamin D will be produced. But in case like in cold country, like if you can think you are in UK or other cold country when you are no sunshine, or even Norway, 6 months there is no sunshine, then people have to take direct vitamin D in their food. And another, if anybody has a problem with their kidney, then that person have to take vitamin D directly. Otherwise, cholesterol can produce vitamin D. So the daily requirement, men and women, is 0.01 milligram. Pregnancy and lactation, that means actually all case we need vitamin D 0.01 milligram per day for every case. Is it clear? So you can see the body makes vitamin D when it is exposed to ultraviolet rays from the sun. Even for the veterinary science, if you keep your animals in house, okay, in shade, if does not go to work, then they have to supply vitamin D artificially. But the animals, they work on sunshine, they go for grazing, they don't need vitamin D extra. They can produce their vitamin D in their body. So actually, in like our subcontinent, when we work in like in the last what is called during the time of COVID-19, many of us was stayed home, completely stayed home. We didn't go to in sunshine, even not on roof or any places. That can cause a severe disease for the shortage of vitamin D. But if you have to stay home, if you need to stay home, you need to go either on the roof or maybe near to the window to get some sunshine. That will help. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
So vitamin D is carried in the bloodstream to the liver, where it is converted into prohormone calcidol Circulating calcidol may then be converted into calcitrol, the biologically active form of vitamin D in the kidneys. I already said to you, this is written here, actually vitamin D actually comes from liver, and in the kidney, it is actually formed in kidney. And following the final converting step in the kidney, calcitrol is released to the circulation. Okay, so actually kidney actually do the circulation. So if you have a problem with your kidney, that time actually you will get this problem. So by binding up to vitamin D binding protein, a carrier protein in the plasma, calcitrol is transported to various target organs. In addition to the kidneys, calcitrol is synthesized by monocyte macrophage in the immune system. When synthesized by monocyte macrophage, calcitrol acts locally as a cytokine, defending the body against microbial invaders by stimulating the innate immune system. This is why another function of vitamin D, they act as the immune system. This is why you see in the COVID-19, those people are poor. They walk in the sunshine, though they have COVID, but they didn't die. But those people stayed in home completely, stayed in AC room. They cause death actually. Most of the people you'll find the dead people, they remain in the home and in AC condition. মানে বুঝতে পারছো? যারা গরিব মানুষ, যারা রাস্তায় ঘোরাফেরা করছে, এদের ভিটামিন ডি তৈরি হওয়ার কারণে এরা এত বেশি মারা যায় নাই। হয়তো করোনা আক্রান্ত হয়েছে, টেরও পায় নাই। কিন্তু যারা ঘরের মধ্যে বসেছিল, এসির বাতাস খাইছে আর করছে, তারাই বেশি কোভিডে আক্রান্ত হয়েছে। তার কারণ হইলো যে তাদের ইমিউন সিস্টেমটা কম হয়েছে। এজন্য এই যে পরের দিকে বলা হয়েছে, ঘরে থাকো, জানালার পাশে থাকো, রোদ গ্রহণ করো। কিন্তু অনেকে রোদ গ্রহণ করে নাই। Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So now you understand why we need কি বলতেছো বুঝতে পারি নাই। Whether it is made in the skin or ingested, calciferol is hydroxylated in the liver. What I actually said that actually we take in the skin, it is cholesterol, and cholesterol is actually hydroxylated to make 7-dehydrocholesterol, and that is happening in the liver. The reaction, as you can see, this is actually cholesterol, and cholesterol is actually produced into 7-dehydrocholesterol. This reaction is catalyzed by the microsomal enzyme vitamin D5 hydrolase, which is produced by the hepatocytes. Okay, we just know this. This will not come to your exam. We discuss these things in our hard class, in MS class, but you can know that this is actually happening. And calcitrol is transported to the proximal tubules of the kidneys, where it is hydrolyzed to form calcitrol. This product is a potent ligand of the vitamin D receptor, which mediates most of the physiological action of the vitamin. Okay, so you understand that is what is happening. You can understand. You can write this figure is important, that we take cholesterol. In the cholesterol will come to liver and will make 7-dehydrocholesterol, and that's actually is produced in the kidney. They actually produce 1,25-dihydroxycholesterol. This is actually vitamin D, and then this is the active form. The function of vitamin D: calcium balance, cell differentiation, immunity, blood pressure regulation, development of bones and teeth. Actually, the thing is, the main function is the calcium absorbance, and by this calcium absorbance, they do this indirect function. The development of bones and teeth is an indirect function. The first function is actually the absorption, and also helps in this immunity. These are the main functions. That already says that pre-vitamin, skin, vitamin D, liver. From liver is 7-dehydrocholesterol, and that is vitamin now 1,25-dihydroxycholesterol. That is actually produce this in kidney, and this is actually the kidney, and that helps in this calcium absorption. So now we are going to the next vitamin, vitamin E. Vitamin E refers to a group of compounds that include both tocopherols and tocotrienols. They are naturally occurring antioxidant. Okay. So you will find there are 8 types of vitamin antioxidant. Like tocopherol, they have alpha, the tocopherol alpha, beta, gamma, and delta have been obtained from natural source. So like tocopherol is 8 types. Again, there are 4 types of tocotrienol, tocopherol and tocotrienol. Okay, so there are total 8 types. Tocopherol is 4 type and tocotrienol is also 4 type. How many types total? 8 type. So it is also called anti-aging factor. Okay. Next slide, I will discuss how actually it acts as anti-aging. Not in this PowerPoint. After this PowerPoint, I will go another PowerPoint. In that PowerPoint, actually, I showed you, or I will show you how vitamin E actually acts as anti-aging factor. So if you take a vitamin E on a regular basis, so you will become or you will remain young for a long time. Okay. And it is also known as anti-sterile vitamin. Like, you know, one of our president, Hussein Muhammad Ershad, he became father at the age of 75. And, you know, one of our real minister, he married at the age of 69, and he has 3 kids. So actually, I think maybe they have taken lots of vitamin E. So if you take vitamin E, you can remain young as a long time. Okay, so this is why vitamin E is very important for us. And even if any lady goes to doctor anti-fertility, she has no kids, the first day the doctor will give the medicine, that is vitamin E and folic acid, and then they will go for secondary, tertiary, other treatment. The first treatment is for vitamin E and folic acid. So the word tocopherol is derived from the word toco, meaning childbirth, and feros meaning to bear. So that is why I say this toco is actually responsible for childbirth. Is it clear? So even not only human, even animal, if you don't have this tocopherol, so that is the cow or sheep or goat, they will not come on heat. So this is very important. It is yellow oily liquid, freely soluble in fat soluble. So I already discussed there are 8 types. So these are the sources of vitamin E, like nuts. Okay, different types of nuts. Though is showed here almonds, but all the nuts are very good source of vitamin E. And peppers, mustard greens, that absorb like papaya, sunflower seed, spinach. Okay, red chili powder, even the turmeric powder is a good source. The plant oil like soybean oil and other oil like mustard oil, these are the good source of vitamin E. And the requirement for men 8 to 10 milligram, for women 5 to 8 milligram, for children 8.3 milligram per day, and infants 4 to 5 milligram. So if you take the fruits and nuts on regular basis, then you will not shortage of vitamin E. So the metabolism of vitamin E. Free radicals such as superoxide, hydroxyl ions, and nitrite oxide all contain an unpaired electron. These radicals can have a negative effect on cells, causing oxidative damage that leads to cell death. So vitamin E, we discussed that vitamin E acts as an antioxidant. So antioxidants such as vitamin E prevent cell damage by binding to the free radical and neutralizing its unpaired electron. For example, when vitamin E binds to O, it forms O2. They form an intermediate structure that is converted to a tocopherylquinone. A recent population-based study of antioxidant concluded that a diet rich in foods containing vitamin E might help protect some people against Alzheimer's disease. Vitamin E in the form of supplement was not associated with the reduction in the Alzheimer's disease. So actually, vitamin E helps in protects from different disease. Okay, so the understand it acts as antioxidant. I said that in next slide, not next slide, next PowerPoint presentation, I will show you how vitamin E actually acts in antioxidant and how it helps in aging. The function of vitamin E, antioxidant, the main function is antioxidant, most powerful and natural antioxidant. Free radical scavenger, protects cell membranes, protects LDL from oxidation. Okay, in the lipid class we discussed about LDL and VLDL. LDL means low density lipoprotein. So So it protects low density lipoprotein from oxidation, protects of double bonds in polyunsaturated fatty acid, prevention of rancidity. Anybody have an idea how vitamin E helps in prevention of rancidity?
It acts as a preservative, sir.
Yeah, you know how many types of rancidity there? Can you remember? In the lipid we discussed, there are 3 types of rancidity.
3 types.
Yeah. What are the 3 types? Microbial, oxidative, hydrolytic rancidity. Actually, vitamin E helps in oxidative rancidity. It prevents oxidative rancidity. And that time in that class, I discussed these things. You need to study these things, okay, and correlate each other. Otherwise, we will complete the whole class, and after the whole class, you will find which is difficult. Biochemistry is a very difficult class. Is it clear? So it benefits of vitamin E, like powerful antioxidant, cholesterol reducer, immunobooster, skin protection, cancer prevention, anti-inflammation, hormone regulator. These are the helps of or benefits of vitamin E. So works in conjunction with selenium. Vitamin E also plays a role in neurological function and inhibition of platelet aggregation. Vitamin E also protects lipids and prevents the oxidation of polyunsaturated fatty acid. These are the function of vitamin E. So if I say, what is the main function of vitamin E?
Antioxidant.
Antioxidant. Good. Now vitamin K. Vitamin K refers to a group of structurally similar fat-soluble vitamins the human body needs for complete synthesis of certain proteins that are required for blood coagulation, and also certain proteins that the body uses to manipulate binding of calcium in bone and other tissues. Vitamin K is naturally produced by the bacteria in the intestine. It is essential for production of a type of protein called prothrombin and other factors involved in blood clotting mechanism. Hence, it is known as anti-hemorrhagic vitamin. Vitamin K includes 2 natural vitamins, vitamin K1, phyloquinone, and vitamin K2, menaquinone. The last class we discussed that vitamin K actually helps in what I said, in coagulation of blood clotting. Okay, this is why it is known as anti-hemorrhagic vitamin. And here we discuss how actually vitamin K helps in blood coagulation. Is it clear? And these are the sources of vitamin K. Okay, like there is a nuts, and these are spices, potatoes, grains. These are different sources. And the dietary requirement, men and women is 72, 140 microgram, and children 35 to 75 microgram. So metabolism of vitamin K. Okay, I will not go for all these things. Just you can know, vitamin K induces synthesis of prothrombin in a vitamin K deficiency that is only slightly inhibited by cytokines vitamin K. I think that will be enough for you people. I will discuss this thing with biotech student later on. This is actually show how actually vitamin K helps in blood coagulation. This data suggests that in the intact rat, the action of vitamin K is converted to protein. So you will just understand that vitamin K actually they produce a protein, and this protein actually helps in blood coagulation. If you understand this, that is enough for you in these undergraduate courses. Is it clear? You don't need to do everything. You will understand this thing. The function of vitamin K. It is essential for the hepatic synthesis of coagulation factor. Like in physiology, the veterinary students in physiology will understand the coagulation factor. They have lots of factors. So the factor 2, 5, 7, 9, and 10. These factors are responsible for vitamin K. And clotting. It prevents hemorrhage only in cases when there is a defective production of prothrombin. Oxidative phosphorylation. It acts as a cofactor in oxidative phosphorylation associated with lipid. Vitamin K is needed for carboxylation of glutamyl residue of calcium binding transport between the flavin coenzyme and the cytochrome system. And you can see, sorry, the sources of vitamin K, that milk is a good source, cabbage, and some vegetable. And especially if you take those sources of vitamin K, animal fats like egg yolk, whole milk, red meat, and dark green vegetables like spinach, asparagus. These are green vegetables, are good source of vitamin K. Is it clear for you, fat-soluble vitamin? Last time
Yes.
I showed you without any picture actually, because I thought that if I go for 3 ways, like in the first day, I discussed in a short way. Today I am discussing with slightly elaborate way. So I think if I discuss in 2 ways, that you can memorize things. But if I in the first day, if I would discuss with you in this hard way, it would be difficult for you. So I discuss with this 2 way. Do you think this mechanism is good? Or do you think if I should go for the presentation, that was a good way? What is your opinion?
This is good.
তোমাদেরকে আমি বলছি যে আমি দুইটা, সেদিন তো আমি খালি পড়ে গেছিলাম, কোনো ছবি দেখাই নাই। তার কারণ হইলো আমি দুইটা ওয়ে, সেদিন তোমাদের কাছে এই ধারণা কিছু কিছু ধারণা দিয়ে রাখছিলাম, যেটা কোথায় পাওয়া যায়, কি করা যায়। আর আজকে মেকানিজম সহ পড়াচ্ছি। কারণ যদি প্রথম দিনে মেকানিজম সহ পড়াইতাম, তাহলে তোমাদের বুঝতে কষ্ট হইতো। এই জন্য সেদিন আমি মোটামুটি ফাংশন দিয়ে গেছিলাম, আর আজকে ওই ফাংশনগুলোকেই মেকানিজম দিয়ে পড়াচ্ছি। এটা কি তোমাদের কিছু সুবিধা হয়েছে, নাকি তোমরা মনে করো যে সরাসরি মেকানিজম পড়াইলে সুবিধা হইতো, সময়টা বাঁচত?
যেভাবে
স্যার,
পড়া
সুবিধা হয়েছে।
ছবি দেখে ভালো হয়েছে,
এইভাবেই ভালো
প্রেজেন্টেশন
হচ্ছে।
দেখি।
মানে যে দুইটা ভাবে পড়াইছে, এটা ভালো হয়েছে, তাই তো? আর যদি
জি স্যার।
ওই দিন যদি না পড়াইতাম, যদি আজকেরটা ওই দিনে দিয়ে দিতাম, তাহলে আজকেরটা তোমাদের বুঝতে কষ্ট হইতো। সেজন্য 2 দিন দেওয়ার কারণে তোমাদের কাছে অনেকখানি তোমাদের জানা, যেমন ভিটামিন কে জানো যে ব্লাড কোয়াগুলেশনে সাহায্য করে, ভিটামিন ডি সাহায্য করে। ওকে, নাও উইল গো ফর ওয়াটার সoluble ভিটামিন। So last class we already discussed that there are some water soluble vitamins, and these water soluble vitamins are found in yeast, grain, rice, vegetable, fish, and meat. They are essential for coenzymes. And last class, actually last day, we discussed which vitamin is responsible for which coenzyme. So today I will not go for all this. And they also act as coenzyme for metabolism of protein, carbohydrate, and fat. And the name of the vitamin last class though we discussed, but I'm repeating it again. Vitamin B1 is known as thiamine, vitamin B2 riboflavin, vitamin B3 niacin, vitamin B5 pantothenic acid, vitamin B6 pyridoxine, vitamin B7 biotin, vitamin B9 folic acid, and vitamin B12 cobalamin. And there is another vitamin that is without vitamin B, that is vitamin C, known as ascorbic acid. Okay, so it is also called vitamin B1 anti-beriberi factor. Can you remember the disease, the beriberi disease?
जी सर।
Good. So it is known as anti-beriberi, an anti-neurotic factor, and also an urine. It is a colorless basic organic compound composed of a sulfate pyrimidine ring. All living organisms use thiamine, but it is synthesized only in bacteria, fungi, and plants. Contains sulfur and nitrogen group. You can see there is a sulfur and also some nitrogen is here, destroyed by alkaline and heat. And the coenzyme is thiamine pyrophosphate. Clear? Dietary
Sir,
source
what is coenzyme?
thiamine pyrophosphate. Thiamine pyrophosphate.
No, sir, I mean, like, what do you mean by coenzyme?
Oh, last class we discussed with you. You know, when enzyme works, enzyme cannot work alone. They need prosthetic group. Non-protein part of enzyme is known as prosthetic group. Prosthetic group is 2 types. One is metal, and another is organic. Metal is known as cofactor, and the organic part of prosthetic group is known as coenzyme. Is it clear, Lucini?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir. Thank you.
And when we'll go for metabolism, that time we'll also go for, we'll understand more about coenzyme. And I think Ruben Madam will show you in the enzyme chapter. And that time she will discuss these things more elaborately. Okay, the dietary source of vitamin B1, like tuna, sunflower seed, white beans, black beans, dried and frozen peas, fresh peas, lentil, green beans, sesame seed. Okay, and the requirement for men is 1.3 milligram per day, women 1 milligram, pregnancy and lactating women they need 2 milligram, children 1.1 milligram. Especially, you know, those people eat rice. For them, if they eat red rice, okay, that is good. Okay, but in Bangladesh, what we do when you cook rice, some of the people they have habit to take the water out. That is not good because that water contains water-soluble vitamin. যারা আমরা ভাত খাই, ভাত রান্ধি, আমাদের মধ্যে অনেকে ভাতের মার ফেলাই দেয়। এই ভাতের মারের মধ্যে যে ভিটামিন ইগুলো থাকে। আর লাল চাউলের ভাত, আউশের চাউলের যে ভাত, এই আউশের চাউলের যে ভাত, লাল চাউল যেটা বা ঢেঁকি ছাড়া চাউল, এইটা হলো মধ্যে ভিটামিন B1 থাকে। কিন্তু কলেজ চাউলের মধ্যে এমনি ভিটামিন কম থাকে, এই ওয়াটার-সoluble ভিটামিন, আর ভাতের মার ফেলাই দিলে আরো থাকে না। সেজন্য ভাতের মার না ফেলানোই ভালো। Now, where it actually helps the thiamine, it actually made, you know, from metabolism. We will study that vitamin from pyruvate, it will form acetyl CoA. So when actually pyruvate is made is acetyl CoA, that case actually thiamine actually works. So this is actually we discuss in master's course. So I'll not go all these things, okay? But if anybody is interested to do masters in biochemistry, that time we show all the mechanism. But just you know that from converted from pyruvate to acetyl CoA, they need one coenzyme, and that coenzyme is TPP, is the thiamine pyrophosphate. In short, is known as TPP. That will be enough for you in undergraduate course. Okay, is it clear? So that is required to make into pyruvate to acetyl CoA. And that case, we need TPP, and that is actually thiamine. The function of vitamin B1 is very essential for converting carbohydrate into energy. As we know, that from pyruvate to acetyl CoA, we need it is very important reaction. So if you don't eat vitamin B1, you'll find শরীরটা আজকে ভালো লাগতেছে না, কেমন যেন মেজমেজ করতেছে, বিরক্ত লাগতেছে, শরীরটা ভালো। কি করা যায়? এই যে সমস্যা, this is due to vitamin B1. Sometimes you feel, oh, I feel uneasy.
Yes, sir.
Not that much good. So this is actually happened due to the shortage of vitamin B. Not only B1, B complex. You will find.
বাদাম খাওয়া দরকার স্যার।
বাদাম খাও, কোথায় বাদাম পাবো? The most important use of the thiamine is in the treatment of beriberi, a condition caused by deficiency of thiamine in the diet. Symptoms including swelling, tingling, or burning sensation in the hands and feet, confusion, difficulty breathing. Okay, so even the you can see the symptom of beriberi, symptoms including swelling, tingling, or burning sensation in the hands and feet, confusion, difficulty breathing. Okay, 1 minute. Do you have class at 12 o'clock?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All the faculty have class. Okay, then I will not go anymore. So we will take one more class that will for all faculty, and then we will divide it all faculty. Okay. So next Wednesday will be last class for all faculty together, and then we will be split. And now I have some suggestion or something you need to do something. Okay, that you have to give comments of our class. Okay, as all you faculty have done, and that in which part, that means including me and Rubat madam, which part do you like most and which part do you like least? Is it clear? তোমাদেরকে একটা করতে হবে, একটা কমেন্টস করতে হবে সবারই, মানে যার যার ব্যক্তিগত হবে, আলাদা আলাদা ভাবে, যে আমরা যে ক্লাস নিচ্ছি, আমি এবং রুবায়াত ম্যাডাম, এর মধ্যে কোন পার্টটা বা কোন টেকনিকটা তোমাদের কাছে মনে হয়েছে এই টেকনিকটা ভালো, আর কোন টেকনিকটা মনে হয়েছে এই টেকনিকটা খারাপ। ঠিক আছে, ইউ নিড টু গিভ দিস কমেন্টস।
স্যার এটা কি এখানে দিব নাকি ইমেইল করে দিব স্যার, কোনটা?
আমাদের মেল করে দিতে পারো, আমাকে মেল করে দিতে পারো।
জি স্যার।
ঠিক আছে, এবং এটা
জি, স্যার।
আমাকে আর রুবায়াত ম্যাডাম দুজনকে ইনক্লুডিং।
আমাদের কোন টপিক ভালো লাগছে নাকি মানে কার কার সিস্টেম ভালো লাগছে ওইটা বলবো?
সিস্টেম
জি, স্যার।
সিস্টেম টপিকটা বলতে পারো যে এই টপিকটা এইটা বা এইটা এইভাবে না পড়ায় এইভাবে পড়াইলে ভালো হইতো। যেমন উদাহরণ দেই, যেমন ধর আমি ভিটামিনটাকে 2 বার পড়াইলাম, ঠিক আছে,
জি স্যার,
এখন
খুব
তুমি হয়তো
ভালো
বলতে পারো
লাগছে
যে 2 বার পড়ানোর কারণে আমাদের সময় নষ্ট হয়েছে, আমরা একবার পড়াইলেই ভালো হইতো, এটা বলতে পারো। আবার তোমরা বলতে পারো না, এই যে 2 বার পড়ানোই আমাদের জন্য ভালো লাগছে।
স্যার।
এই
জি
যে
স্যার।
সিস্টেমটা তোমরা বলতে, আবার আমি অনেক সময় রিডিং পড়ে গেছি, তোমরা বলতে পারো যে মেহেদী স্যারের রিডিং পড়ে গেছে প্রেজেন্টেশন সারা, খুব খারাপ লাগছে। আবার হয়তো বলতে পারো যে না, তারা পাওয়ার পয়েন্ট প্রেজেন্টেশন তৈরি করছে, এটা আমার ভালো লাগছে। এই বিষয়ে তোমার স্বাধীন মতামত দিতে পারো, এবং
জি স্যার।
you don't have to bother that if I give any bad comment, my mark will be less. That will be not
না
happen.
স্যার।
There is nothing, we will not see your name, who is giving this, we will just take, that is actually happens in our class, in our department. Okay,
জি স্যার।
so now I'm going for